So I'm Patrick O'Rourke from Mobile Syrup, and today we're taking a look at Samsung's latest phablet phone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 8.
Samsung's latest phablet, the Galaxy Note 8, is the South Korean tech giant's successor to the ill-fated Note 7, a device that's still one of my favorite smartphones of all time. While it's impossible for me, or anyone for that matter, to know for sure that the Note 8 won't experience the same technical problems as the Note 7, it's highly unlikely that history will repeat itself with Samsung's newest Note device. The company knows how much is riding on this smartphone and has put the necessary safeguards in place this time around. The Note 8 and its unique 18:5:9 aspect ratio and Infinity display, borrowed from this year's S8 and S8 Plus, gives the Note line a fresh coat of paint. Make no mistake, Samsung's latest flagship offering shares a number of similarities with the Note 7. In fact, beyond its dual camera and stylus, I'd even go so far as to argue that the Note 8 is little more than a larger, stylus-equipped version of the S8 Plus. To put this in perspective, the Note 8's display is 6.3 inches compared to the S8 Plus's 6.2 inches, and that's really not a big difference when you look at it. There have been some minor aesthetic shifts to the Note 8 though, including a more squared-off, boxier design and slightly less curved edges, a trend Samsung has been adopting for the last few years now. Other specs include, of course, a 3.5mm headphone jack, a RAM boost to 6 gigs of RAM, a 3,300 mAh battery, which is a decrease from the Note 7's 3,500 mAh power source, and a Snapdragon 835 processor in the North American market. The other major upgrade to the Note 8 is the phone's impressive dual camera, amounting to what I feel is one of the best smartphone shooters out there, thanks to its 12-megapixel wide-angle and telephoto lens. This allows for 2x optical zoom, which is actually much more useful than it sounds, as well as a new feature Samsung is calling Live Focus. Similar to the iPhone 7 Plus's portrait mode, Live Focus can be finicky at times, but when it works great, allowing you to adjust the depth of field of a photograph with ease, even in post-production. In fact, since it's actually possible to make the Live Focus bokeh effect less pronounced, the end result more closely resembles depth of field I've seen from high-end cameras and lenses. Both of the Note 8's cameras also now feature optical image stabilization, which is a first Samsung says for any smartphone on the market. You'll also find the same superb low-light performance found in the S8 with the Note 8 shooter, amounting to one of the most complete smartphone packages I have ever come across. Like Samsung often does with the Note line, the company is also experimenting with new software features this year, including the ability to launch 2 apps simultaneously via the device's edge. I'm a big fan of this feature and I found it very useful, especially when I wanted to browse the internet while watching a YouTube video. Sure, I could do this before, but being able to launch multitasking from the edge quickly and more importantly, conveniently, has resulted in me using multitasking with this smartphone more than ever before. Also, one of the S8 and the S8 Plus's most significant issues is back. Using the phone's fingerprint scanner is awkward and downright frustrating, especially for people with small hands. Because of how tall the Note 8 is, most people will awkwardly have to claw their hand around the device, which could lead to accidental drops. Thankfully, just like Samsung's S-Series flagship this year, you can use iris scanning and facial recognition to log into the phone. Both forms of authentication work quite well, though I usually opt for facial recognition simply for convenience. Overall, the Note 7 is an incredible looking, powerful smartphone. Whether I was browsing the internet, watching videos, or jumping into a quick game of Clash of Clans, I didn't run into a single instance of slowdown. The price, however, might be difficult for some people to swallow, especially if they aren't sold on the stylus. Some Canadian carriers are even going so far as to sell the Note 8 for as much as $500 on a 2-year contract. Still, hardcore fans of the Note line that are hooked on the phone stylus will find a lot to like about Samsung's Note 8.
So that's it. That's my review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. I think it's a great phone. It's a little pricey in Canada, and other companies have caught up to Samsung in terms of design. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and as always, check out our full review on mobilesyrup.com.